Everyone, I told you that this was going to happen. Trump and the administration was going to kick everybody off of welfare, kick everybody off of SNAP benefits, Section 8 housing, and electricity assistance, and make them reapply. Now there's a large movement inside the administration to do just that. You're going to be considered ineligible unless your application for re-eligibility gets passed. This is going to be a way to cut off maybe 25 million people from the benefits and assistance programs that exist inside of the United States of America. The data that they got on just how corrupt and how much fraud we were seeing is really bad in the Republican states. I can't even imagine how bad it is in the Democrat states. So what we're seeing right now is the administration completely washing away the fraud that was happening there, bringing people back in. Now, my concern is everybody who is needy, are they actually going to get the help that they need?
This is just data from those 29 mostly red states. Can you imagine when we get our hands on the blue state data, what we're going to find? It's going to give us a platform and a trajectory to fundamentally rebuild this program, have everyone reapply for their benefit, make sure that everyone that's taking a taxpayer-funded benefit through SNAP or food stamps, that they literally are vulnerable and they can't survive without it. And that's the next step here.
What they're going to get back into is the supplemental part of the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. It's not meant to pay your grocery bill the whole month. It's not meant to give you the chance to go out and eat steak while people who are working 2 40-hour-a-week jobs are trying to put oatmeal on their table. And that's exactly what has happened. The lower to middle class have been paying for a lavish diet and dietary wants of the fraudsters that have been collecting this. Okay, 401k hardship withdrawals. They just hit their highest level, not since the last crisis, but since record keeping ever started.
So I arrived in Miami, in Trump's America, and the first thing that happened is that as soon as I get off the plane and arrive at the airport, I'm greeted by 2 FBI agents. Now, I have an O1 visa, which gives me the right to work and live in America.
First of all, it doesn't give you the right to live and work in America. It accepts that you are allowed to. It doesn't give you any sort of right to do it. You are a guest of the United States of America unless, for some reason, you're no longer a guest. So people have an idea that they have these rights to get into this country, to take the jobs of people, hardworking Americans, but it's not. You're allowed to for one reason or another. And this guy is whining and complaining that the FBI wanted to vet him out to see exactly who he was and if he was actually the person that was given that visa, or if it was bought and sold or paid for and he could just be in this country as an actor of a foreign country.
Visa for people of special talent. Still, 2 FBI agents. It is crazy the sheer amount of xenophobia and fear-mongering that's happening in this country right now towards immigrants, towards people who come from foreign countries. It's no wonder that tourism in America is down 15%. This is a big problem.
Now, let me tell you, if somebody invites somebody over to my house and they say, hey, can this person come with me? And I say, yeah, you're vetting them. Okay, they can come with you. That doesn't give them the right to just set up shop, take over a bedroom, go and blow up the bathroom, eat all the food in the refrigerator, do whatever they want in my house. That gives them the allowance to be there without me telling them to GTFO. And so that's exactly the problem we're seeing. It's not xenophobia. It's not immigration fear-mongering. You are a guest in this house and nothing more. Germany is building a database of all of its people detailing their fitness, their skills, and their outlook. And they're doing this so that this is like a pre-draft. You see, after Germany prepares this pre-draft data, that's when they're going to actually draft the people in a war with Russia.
Now, we are being told to stay back. We're going to follow those rules, of course, but you can see that this really is a stressful situation. Some of those officers back there taking those protesters' gas masks that fell off during the arrest, and we are seeing these people push back from the law and ICE officers. And of course, this arrest happening right here as we speak. And you can hear the crowd screaming shame and shame. But of course, these officers say that this is all for the protection.
Yeah, shame on these officers for keeping some sort of rule in law and order. Shame on them for not letting the protesters throw bottles and bricks at them. Shame on them for wanting to put a criminal into a detention facility and get them out of the country. Shame on them indeed.
Healthcare. If there was going to be an extension of that, it would need massive reforms. You need some income caps on that. You should not be subsidizing healthcare for wealthy people, and also you need all sorts of reforms on it. You need high protections on those things and other innovations. So the Republican Party has known this is going to expire at the end of the year, as everyone in Congress has. We were always preparing to work through that in a deliberative fashion through October, November, December. But ironically, the Democrats, because of their shenanigans, took a lot of the time off the clock on that for us to do it. So we're...
Folks, you're watching Full Spectrum Survival, where I doom scroll so that you don't have to be anxious about it. What they're doing right now with that funding bill to keep the government open is they keep it open through January 30th of 2026. They are putting funding toward appropriation bills. They are removing some of the layoffs that took place at a federal level, and they are making huge changes to healthcare. Now, I don't know about you, but healthcare was never affordable for me. They have all sorts of lies around healthcare and insurance where you have certain deductibles. Everybody gets scammed unless you basically make no money. If you're a hardworking American citizen, you are screwed. And then whether it's your company screwing you by giving you healthcare as part of your payment for them, or it's the government allowing you to be screwed by these organizations.
Major announcement from Homeland Security this morning. Agents have arrested more than 150 illegal immigrant sexual predators in Florida. It was part of a massive sweep, as you heard, nicknamed Operation Dirtbag. The sex offenders were among more than 200.
Look at this abuse material, actually harming children, lewd activity with these people. Guys, these are the exact people that need to be out of this country. And I think calling it Operation Dirtbag is really softening how these people who do these things, when put into a court of law and when they are found guilty, is really too soft on what happens to take away the innocence of children.
On day one, when I was sworn in, which was earlier this year in February, the very first...
What up, man?
This is a video about matching energy. Look at how this individual running this counter, people throw their money at him. People give him attitude. When he gives it back to them, they cop a problem.
What's up, bro? Hey, man, I got 50 cents, bro. You want a straw, too?
Shit, man. Something. Appreciate you, bro. Give me a whole pack this time.
You need a what?
$10 bill.
You need a $10 bill for this?
Yep.
There you go.
What the hell? How much is it?
Damn.
Get the chips.
Here you go.
How much is it?
Oh, 50 cents, bro. Thank you, man. There you go.
You see, there's a common psychological issue that when people feel like they're being wronged, they're going to take back what they can when they can. And that's the energy you're seeing presented here.
Each country decides for themselves how to deal with the question of getting enough men and women into the military. But I'm very happy to hear that the coalition here in Germany has now agreed, as I understand it, on a way forward. And that is very important, that there is a political agreement, political Einigung, and I think you have achieved it now in the Berlin coalition. So it's up to each nation how to deal with this, but obviously as NATO Secretary General, I'm always happy when decisions are taken to get more people involved in our military.
He must get a vig back on every person that they'll send off to death in war, because he is just too excited about Germany setting up the kids, the women and children, based on their skills, based on their physical fitness, based on their aptitude, to be able to go and fight for NATO against Russia. Folks, this is coming. I don't know how often you need to see the affirmations that a big war is coming, but one is definitely on the way. And if you need any more, just look at Trump and the Department of War saying that we are now on wartime footing. We must build all of our own ships. We must build all of our own ammo. We must be prepared for a long duration emergency inside of the United States of America. So that's what we're preparing for here at Full Spectrum Survival. I want to thank you for taking the time out of your day to be here with us. Make sure you check back at 2 p.m. this afternoon and hit the hype button if you see it down there somewhere. From my family to yours, please stay safe and keep watch.